So welcome back to the channel, and to be honest, I'm kind of frustrated with myself right now. I woke up at 3:35 a.m. this morning, so really early, but I didn't have a really good plan. And while I was just driving to a location where I thought this might be working out, I just thought about something else, turned around, drove over there, and then thought to myself, no fog, that's not gonna work. So turned around again, and then eventually ended up here, missing a beautiful red sky here. All those clouds that you're seeing, it's all high clouds. Everything turned red a couple of minutes ago, and I was just 5 minutes too late. So total frustration. Don't know if you know this feeling, but it's not nice, I can tell you that. I took one shot down here, a quick one, handheld, of the reflection of this tree here with that red sky going through it in the reflection and in the sky. But definitely not what I was thinking about. And right now, on this side, there are some nice colors in the sky, but I just have no time left to search for a nice composition. So yeah, shit happens sometimes, I think. So it's a couple minutes before sunrise at the moment, and if I look in the back there, so not the first lake, but there behind there is another smaller lake, and it seems to be that there is a lot of fog hanging above that lake. So it's the other side of the of the reserve. So I'm gonna try to get over there. At least that's something that might be interesting. So I'm at the little pond right now. It took me about 7 minutes, and still, I hope you can see it, there is some small fog going over the water here. The only problem is that I don't see a composition here. So difficult. It might be that if the water is starting to vaporize at this moment, sometimes when the sun is rising, the temperature increases above here, above the cold water, that fog increases for 10 to 15 minutes. So, and this actually confirms that I'm at the wrong spot. I should have gone to that place where I often go with fog, especially during those summer mornings. Yeah, you can't have them all, I guess, but yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find a composition here, but it's not popping to my mind right away here. So let me try and figure something out here. Yesterday I told you I forgot my tripod plate here. I detached it for the photo fair because my camera was in a display and they didn't want the plates underneath the camera, so I detached it. Totally forgot to put it back yesterday, and I forgot to put it back now also. So really frustrating, because it's not as easy with the 40-150 to do the portrait orientated shots, but at least I found a shot, you know. You see, I'm starting to get a little bit more happy at the moment. So of course it's fog, you know, it's always fog with me. I don't know what it is, but even on a day like this, it's June 20th, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Yes, it's the 20th of June. So tomorrow will be the longest day of the year. So that's why I had to get up at 3:35 this morning. Ridiculous times, absolute ridiculous. But look behind me here. Let me explain to you what I'm trying to do here. So you can see that fog running over the water here. and there's actually sort of a leading line in the back of these grasses running towards that double tree in the back. So I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show it on this camera in the movie mode. Maybe I can do it. Zoom out a little bit. Yep, something like this. So you can see I'm using, where's my finger here, this line here going to this tree there. And this tree really stands out in front of all those other trees back there. So it looks kind of nice. Especially it's only made by this fog. And what I'm thinking about doing is making that background forest a little bit darker, and then that one tree in front, leaving it like this. So it will stand out a little bit more. So that's always what I try to do, is sort of pre-imagine what things are going to look like in post-processing. It sometimes helps me to get over a dead point or something, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wobbling around. So this is the image. So I just walked to some other lakes in the back here, but it seems that this is the only lake where that little bit of fog is appearing. And you can see sometimes it retreats, it almost goes away and then it comes back. So let's just wait for sunrise and see if that is going to bring me a little bit of magic here. But at least I got one shot that I'm fairly happy with, and the shot is actually gone now at this point because the fog is gone in that corner. It's now concentrated in this corner here in the front. So it's constantly adapting to what you're seeing with these conditions. So I found a second shot here in this spot. So just a little patch of fog just rolled over, and I'm just taking this shot. So let me explain to you what I'm looking at right now. So there is another tree. Let's have a look. It's right over here. But in front here, there are some of those grasses, those balls of grass in that water. And the fog just ran through those grasses in the foreground, and again that tree just looks a little bit different in color than that dark background. So I'm leaving the sky off because it won't do me any good in this particular image, but it just looks a little bit moody, atmospheric, like I always like to take it. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here to show you what I mean. Might even be a nice 16:9 here. I didn't even realize that, but you can see I can get those two trees in. Might work, not quite sure. But it's actually about this tree here. You can see it looks a little bit different in color. Then you have these grasses here with that little bit of fog running through it every now and then. So looks quite nice. I'm gonna see if I can frame something up with both of these trees. The only problem is that if you look at this lake, you can see you've got this open space here with where you see the reflection of the sky, and you don't see the fog in that sky reflection area. So you can only see the fog in those dark places where you see the reflection of the forest. So that's what I'm looking for, and I was just looking on the other lake and there is some fog appearing there also. So let me make a bold statement here. When the sun is going over the trees here, there's some really nice light lines in the sky here. So that's a bit of a shame because I'm on the shadow side of this forest. So it's going to take a really long time before the sun is going to hit this area. But when the sun is going rising, there's going to be more fog here. So let's cross the fingers. I've seen this before. I've seen it before. When the temperature rises, the fog increases for 15 minutes, creating absolute magic, and then going back. So I'm hoping for that. So please, right now, everyone, cross your fingers and say a little prayer for me. just like yesterday, today I'm also using the Flextaile tiny repeller. So this is an insect repeller and it works amazingly. Last couple of weeks I've got stings all over from mosquitoes and it's covered with mosquitoes here. But when I turn on this thing, they will stay away from me from 5 to 10 meters around this thing. So there are 3 programs on it that you can turn on here by pushing the left button, and then these pink pads in the middle, they warm up and they produce some sort of smell that keep all the bugs away, and it works amazingly. So there's also a flashlight in it, so you can use it at night as a sort of a guiding light. It's magnetic, it has a tripod connector. You can hang it on your backpack, hang it on your tripod like I did today, and yeah, it's shockproof, waterproof, so don't be afraid of using it. Absolutely a great device. So if you're interested in this thing, make sure to check out the link underneath this video in the subscription. You will get a discount when you use that link on the website, or use the offer code GUDO15 on the website and you will get a 15% discount on this thing and everything else on the website. So I moved a meter of 30-40 away from that last spot that I was at, and I have a pretty nice reflection here in this position. So let me try to show you here. So I'm actually gonna take it as a 16:9. I kind of like it like this. But you see, you have this reflection of this tree, and every now and then a big patch of fog runs over. So right now you can see it's gone, but a couple of minutes ago the whole foreground here was covered in fog. Then you had this dark spot in the middle and some fog in the back. So it looked kind of nice, and as a 16:9 it actually works pretty well. I shot it as a 4:3, and it's just about this tree over there with that reflection. The only problem is when I shot it a couple of minutes ago, there was no reflection due to the fog running by. So it's a bit of a choice. Are you going for the reflection or are you going for the atmospheric fog? I don't know. Right now that fog is seemingly disappearing quite fast. So maybe my bold prediction isn't working. So let's hope it's going to return, but at this point it doesn't look promising. So this is the shot of this tree with the reflection. Well, you can see right behind me that the sun is finally getting over this tree line, and immediately within seconds all the fog was gone. So the temperature difference between night and morning just wasn't big enough. On this lake there is still a little bit left, but I think it will be gone soon. But I did find quite a nice shot actually. I think it's nice, so let me know what you think of it. But it's a bit of a strange one, a bit abstract maybe, but there's a duck sitting on the edge of some grasses. Let me zoom out a little bit here, make some video footage. You see, I think the shot will be a bit like this. So we have a top layer right. Oh, it's difficult to show you, but you understand what I mean here. But we have a top layer there with that duck and in those grasses, and then you have the reflection of the grasses in the middle section, and then the foreground is completely dark. So not 100% sure about it if this is going to work. I shot a couple more ducks here while I was waiting, but I kind of like this one, and I'm actually hoping for it to wake up. Or on the other hand, it's also nice when it is seemingly sleeping. If this is working, this is the shot. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Is this too little? Is it too abstract maybe? And while I'm talking to you, that layer of fog is coming up again, so I'm taking another shot of that tree that I shot earlier with that reflection in it. But right now, this first tree is standing in the sunlight. So you can see it on this video footage that the tree is lit up, but that background forest is still in the shade. And if you underexpose an image like this, you get this beautiful contrast between light and dark. And also in the left bottom and the right bottom, you can see those grasses. And what I'm actually going to do, this frame is a 16:9, but I'm going to shoot it as a 4:3. So everything down here is going to be in the shot also. So we're going to have a perfect reflection with this lit up grasses and this perfect reflective tree. And I'm actually quite happy with this shot. You know, didn't expect to shoot anything like this today, but I'm taking it, you know, I'm taking it. Definitely worth shooting. And I'm just shooting it at, maybe f6.4 is more than enough for this image. Trying to keep the ISO as low as possible. Let's see, zooming in a little bit here to avoid those lit up tree tops in the back in the frame. That's it, 5-second timer. I think it's going to be f7.1, -1 stop, under exposure. Taking the shot. This is it. So right now there's a small bird sitting on that branch over here, pretty close by. It's about 10 meters, I think. So walking around with the big lens from shooting those ducks earlier, it's at least worth trying. So let me try to show you if I can get it into the image. Yeah, there it is. You can see it's a really small bird, but it's sitting there quite nicely. And I'm just going to try to shoot it, keeping the aperture as low as possible, raising the ISO, and then hoping I can get a bit of shutter speed to get it in focus. So this is the shot of the bird. Hopefully it's going to work out. So, and I guess with that last shot, I will end today's video. I have cursed this area in other videos, but you see today that you don't need much to get a couple of nice images. At least I hope the images are nice. Let me know what you think of it. But during these long summer days, with these short nights and these extremely early mornings, I just noticed that I start putting more attention to the areas quite close to my home within 20 to 30 minutes. You know, this was 3:35 this morning when my alarm went off. If I want to go somewhere that's in about an hour from here, it means that I have to get up at 2 a.m. Especially if I don't know an area, I have to scout it also. So I'm just not absolutely not willing to do that. So I hope you are enjoying these weeks where I'm doing more and more around home, and hopefully within a couple of weeks I will be doing something else, something more interesting maybe, but I'm quite excited about today. You know, totally unexpected. I was complaining, I wasn't feeling right, I doubted to go back home, but still I got a couple of images that I'm really happy with, and especially, that might be stupid, the dog with the reflection. I'm actually quite interested in how that image came out. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the video, and please push that thumbs up button if you like the video. And there's also a subscribe button underneath this video, somewhere here or here, I have no idea. It's always mirrored, so difficult to say where it is underneath the video, but sometimes it's even up here. I noticed when you're watching on a computer screen, the subscribe button isn't just on the side of the video. So wherever it is, just make sure you push that subscribe button, and I hope to see you on the next video. So thanks for watching, bye bye.